Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. Apologies if I sound a bit horsey. How can you blame me for last night? Honestly, one of the proudest moments I've ever had as a West Ham fan last night. You know, after the first leg, the 1-1, I was very proud of what we'd done, if not feeling a little bit dejected because of the injustice in that first leg. It was a great experience to go that game, but it did give us a bit more work to do. Obviously, after the poor performance against Brentford, knowing we was going to not have Cresswell and not have Zuma, in stepped obviously Diop last night and Ben Johnson, and my God, you know, 11 heroes out there last night. Honestly, I don't think anyone had a bad game last night. It was just incredible. The game started. They started really well actually. They were passing it about, and they showed a lot of purpose. And I think for about the first sort of 20 minutes, we were a little bit behind the pace, just a little bit. I think we was a little bit nervous. Not much was sticking. It was slightly frustrating that first 20 minutes. Obviously, they hit the post. A lot of balls were getting whipped in, but every ball that got whipped in, I've got to give it. Issa Diop. He won every single header last night. Every header that came in, he won. Yes, he did make that little bit of a rash tackle and got himself on a yellow card very early, and I was a little bit nervous at that point. But we rode the storm, started getting the passing going. There were some good passes to Fornals on the wing. We went a couple of times really close with some headers. And then there was a couple of like half chances, you know, where we just sort of missed the ball. But the goal did come. Fornals with the corner, whipped it in lovely. And listen, I absolutely love this man, Craig Dawson. I love the man. Near post, so much passion and so much desire to get to that ball. Runs to the front post, flicking. There was only a very small gap to get that goal in, and he put it in. And you know, celebrations, amazing, 1-0 up. And from that point, Lyon sort of, I don't know, they sort of went a little bit in themselves, and we came out. Then at that point, we came out of our shell. You're celebrating the first goal, and within a few minutes later, it's 2-0. Another really good goal. Johnson doing really, really well. Plays the ball in, obviously comes out to Rice, deflected shot, but what a moment. Declan Rice, you know, if he leaves in the summer, listen, he can walk away a hero. And if he goes on the next few rounds, there'll be the absolute legend status if we go on and win this competition. To see him run off like that, straight to the West Ham fans, huge kiss of the badge, huge hand in the badge like that. That's what I was doing at home actually as well. 2-0 up, honestly, I don't know, you really started to believe at that point. It was like, yes, come on, we've hit them hard here, we've hit them really, really hard. It was all about getting to the half-time then to 0-0, you know, without them scoring, which they didn't. Lyon manager would have went in, you know, given the right act, said, look boys, we've got to get ourselves back into this. Made a few changes, he brought on a couple of players. West Ham stuck the same. Few minutes into the second half, absolute dream start to the second half. Ball was played, obviously. Fornals got the ball, played a lovely ball to Bowen. Bowen's the person you want in that position. Slides it in for free. That gives him 15 goals of the season at that point. Even I said, and I'm one of the most pessimistic people when watching a West Ham game. I said it to my dad and brother-in-law and all that. I was like, we've done it. We've done it now. We don't concede 3 goals. We don't. It can happen. We've seen it. We've done it against Tottenham, for God's sake. But we don't concede 3, and we certainly don't concede 4 to go and lose the game. Well in control at that point. Everyone was winning their individual battles. Rice was absolutely immense, you know, really driving forward, you know, wanting to do everything he could to make sure we get into that semi-final. Johnson, fantastic down the right, left-hand side. Soufal putting in a shift on the right. Dawson winning every battle, stepping into tackles. Areola pulled off a couple of really good saves as well. They had a few little half chances. Obviously Dembele missed the ball. They had another one where it just sort of didn't quite happen. Dembele went for the bicycle kick. But we were just incredible last night. We really, really were. Souček was, you know, getting about. Fornals, just the work rate is insane for that man. You know, he knew he had to do some covering last night. Obviously, Johnson's a really good defender, but he had to put that double shift in because it was very, you know, they could have doubled up on Johnson in terms of that aside, and obviously Soufal as well. Antonio, listen, I know I have been harsh on him the last couple of weeks on this channel. What can I say about him last night, honestly? And that's what I've been saying. You know, I can sit and slate a player, but when a player does well, it pleases me nothing more. I don't want a player to play badly. I don't. Please don't think that I do that and I take, you know, I take pride and I like sort of revel in the fact that I'm a player's doing bad. I want a player to get better and do. And what he did last night was incredible. It just, the power and the running and the, you know, the selfless running as well. You know, he would, you know, just run down that wing and just buy us a bit of time. He was finding the pass. The ball was actually sticking to him a bit better last night as well. And I've got to say, one thing I was really impressed with, I put it on Twitter last night, I loved that we was doing the dark arts. I love it. That's how you win European games. These teams, these Spanish teams, these French teams and stuff like that, that's what they do every week in their league. So to play them at their own game, they was getting more and more wound up and more and more frustrated. I loved that Dawson went down, even though it was just a ball that hit him in the face. And I love that Antonio went down a couple of times with cramp, and then Mark Noble walks over and, you know, pulls his leg and just, you know, I love it. That is how you win these games. I don't like it being done against us, but if it is going to be done against us, then you give as good as you get back. You know, it's the ultimate. I obviously can't swear on this channel. It's the ultimate S-hassery. You know, it's got to be done, and that is how you win games. Great to see Mark Noble come on as well. You know, actually, his interview really got me last night. It was very emotional. You know, saying how this is last season, and you know what a last season it's been. And Declan Rice obviously going on and saying that, you know, we'll do everything we can to get him to the final so he can have that moment, and please God let that happen. Yeah, 10 out of 10s all over the pitch last night. Dawson was my man of the match. But yeah, real special praise for Issa Diop. I put it out on Twitter, didn't I, in the morning, that, you know, we had to get behind him, and he put in a performance, and it, you know, gives me a bit of positivity going forward in the remaining games and stuff like that. Obviously, we've got Burnley at the weekend, which is a huge game. Big preview I filmed with a big YouTuber called Visa. That began at about 4 o'clock tonight, 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. So please check that out, guys. We play Frankfurt now. A replay of the 1976 semi-final. The last time we were in a semi-final. How ironic that you play the same team again. They're a good team. They're a good team. We're linked with one of their players called Kostic as well. He actually scored last night. I don't know whether any of you have seen any of the goals last night. They scored an absolute worldie from about 35 yards. It's not going to be an easy game. German teams are very robotic and very machine-like, hard-working, and, you know, get the job done. It's not going to be easy. No team would have been if we was playing Rangers, if we was playing Leipzig. No team's easy. If you get to a semi-final of a competition, you've got there for a reason. You know, it's not luck if you've got there for a reason. We're second favourites now in the betting odds. Obviously, Leipzig favourites because obviously they have Rangers, but that's not a disrespect to Rangers. But in terms of the ties, you would expect Leipzig to get through that game. But we will see. We will see. I would love nothing more than a Rangers-West Ham final. I think it'd be brilliant for British football, and a real occasion. I really do. I think there'd be loads of English, loads of Scottish there. It'd be amazing. But let's not overlook Frankfurt. We've done it before, 41 years ago. I wasn't alive, but we can go and do it again. I hope I can get my ticket today as well. Be trying really hard to get my ticket because it's going to be a real occasion. And, you know, something I heard that Gonzo said, and my missus said it, she went, it's once in a lifetime, you have to go. You have to go. And it's true. You know, 41 years since the last time. 41 years. If it goes another 41 years, I'm like well in my 70s, nearly 80 years old. So yeah, enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it. You know, 2 weeks to enjoy this now. Enjoy this moment until it gets real again. When is the fixture? It is the 28th, because I booked off the 29th in advance just in case we did get through, and obviously that's paid off now, having that Friday off as well, so I can really enjoy the night. Yeah, nothing more I can say. I'm so proud. Just incredible. What a season it's been. And these guys, if anything now, whatever happens the rest of this season, these guys are heroes. Can they go on now and be legends? I think they can. I think we've got a massive chance. We've got to try and avoid any more major injuries now. I think that's the only thing. No more centre, but we cannot afford another centre-back injury. And how good was it to see Oggy there last night? Oggy was there on a pitch. I've seen some pictures from West Ham. How good would it be if he could come back for a couple of games if we need him? But listen, go forward with Dawson, go forward with Diop. That team did it, you know. They always step up just when you think that, oh, we might just suffer, we might just not do it. They step up and they do it every time. This is a team to be proud of, you know. We haven't had that for a long, long time. A team of leaders, a coaching team of leaders, belief, winners, hard work, energy. Amazing, amazing stuff. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Comment along, let me know what you thought of last night's game. Do you agree that Dawson was man of the match? This man deserves an England cap for me as well. Absolutely love him. Until next time, guys, check out the Burnley preview later with Vizza. If you don't know who Vizza is, go and have a look at him on YouTube now. He's a fantastic fig for YouTube for some of you young guys out there. Also makes really good West Ham content. He made a documentary about West Ham. He's a Burnley fan, but he made a little documentary about West Ham because he has a little soft spot for us. Anyway, guys, come on you irons, keep believing. Let's go.